Last time on MasterChef Australia.
Right here, right now, is finals week. Either you want it or you don't. The choice is yours.
The final six cooked a lunchtime service for French culinary master Guillaume Brahimi.
Come on, lift it, this is it.
And for Kylie, it was the end of the road for her MasterChef journey.
I think the biggest thing I've learnt is just to go do whatever you want to do in life and just take it and run with it.
Tonight,
this is the perfect steak, but it's missing something.
the top 5 amateur cooks sink their teeth into 2 meaty challenges.
We'd all love to steer you in the right direction, but it seems that you're moving along just fine.
As MasterChef UK's John Torode turns up the heat.
I think that today you've got to be innovative, don't you?
In a no-holds-barred cook-off for a place in the Final 4.
Are you going home today?
No way.
You either survive or you die. Lots of pressure on all of us.
Burning up in my heart like a flame, like a brighter shooting star in our souls. We all know our dreams make us who we are. We got today, so spin me round and show me the way back to burning up in my heart like a flame, like a brighter shooting star in our souls. We all know our dreams make us who we are.
Top 5. Who would have thought? Both of us.
Yeah, not me.
Nah. You didn't cook anything but Mexican the first month.
Yeah, I did. I cooked other things. But anyway, you can't really wipe the smiles off our faces. We can't believe we've got to this far, and we know today that we've just got to keep ticking away, keep putting some good dishes up, and who knows what can happen.
I'm not feeling the best today. I'm feeling so homesick right now. And I either need to deal with it and just put it aside for a few more days, or it might send me home.
I cannot believe it. You know, finals week, the ante's totally been upped. You cannot afford to make any mistakes. Every single day, you could potentially go home.
Good morning. Today's day 2 of finals week, and the grand final is just around the corner. This week is a big deal because this week someone is going home every day. There's a bit of electricity in the air.
There's a buzz.
Today, it's a challenge in 2 parts. At the end, one of you will be going home.
Ready for your first challenge?
Yes.
This is the perfect steak, but it's missing something. It needs a sauce. For your first challenge, we want you to make the perfect sauce to go with this steak. You'll have 20 minutes to make your sauce. You'll have unlimited use of the ingredients in the pantry. What you have to do is just blow us away with the perfect condiment to match this meat.
We're going to rank your sauces from best to worst. That's going to play a massive impact going into the next round. You ready?
Yep.
Let's cook.
Go, go, go.
The pressure point around this challenge is actually the time factor. 20 minutes to make a beautifully balanced sauce is really, really difficult.
Andy,
Gaz.
20 minutes, not very long. What are you going to do?
I'm going to do a nice mushroom sauce.
Okay.
Not too creamy. Can add some lemon zest and sautéing some shallots, garlic, and the mushrooms with thyme.
Yeah.
Touch of cream and some butter at the end.
Okay.
I'm just going to have a touch of cream. I don't want it to be too creamy.
Some fresh herbs to finish.
Yep.
Benny, what are you going to cook?
I'm going to do a peppercorn sauce. That's what I would order to go on top of my steak.
Love it.
Thanks, mate.
Pressure points in making the red wine and peppercorn sauce is the red wine needs to be reduced by enough that it intensifies in flavour, and that's the hard thing to do in 20 minutes.
Audra, can I come and disturb you for 2 seconds?
Yeah,
I want you to keep working.
All right.
Looks like a vinaigrette. Is that what's going on?
Yes, I am making
So you've picked some, what's this? Some lovely Chardonnay vinegar, some olive oil, some capers.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yep.
yummy.
Yum.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
So I've got some chervil, some tarragon, some parsley.
I really, really like it.
I know most of the others are going in for rich sauces, creamy sauces, and I want something that's fresh, just to liven things up a little bit.
Today I'm sticking with the French theme and I'm going to recreate a garlic and truffle aioli.
Fantastic.
I've got my reduction on, so it's white wine vinegar, a little bit of star anise, shallots, garlic, bay leaf, peppercorns. I'm going to pan roast some garlic in some butter to get the flavour into it as quick as possible and then get onto the mayonnaise.
Good luck. This steak is lonely, it's waiting for its sauce. 10 minutes to go.
Mindy,
Hello.
what's your sauce?
I'm cooking a 5 mushroom sauce. I'm getting all my mushrooms sautéed down at the moment. I've got a bit of a cream and onion base here that I'm just reducing down.
Balance? Is it going to be too creamy?
No, it's not going to be too creamy at all.
Loving it. Are you reducing wine at the same time? Do yourself a favour, use every gas you've got, put little pans on, reduce wine in one, reduce stock in the other, assemble it. The way you're going right now, you won't have time. Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah?
At this point, you should be refining your sauce, adjusting your sauce, checking your sauce.
Yum. Yum, yum, yum.
5 minutes to go.
I'm loving this, and I suddenly realise, of course, that 20 minutes is a really short period of time to cook sauce in. Ben, I think he's in trouble. Making a red wine sauce takes a little bit of time. You've got to get roasty flavours from the vegetables and bones. Are you going to have a fantastic red wine sauce? And we all like red wine sauce, don't we? The bar is set high.
Well, Julia's going to make a kind of an aioli with roasted garlic. My question is, there needs to be enough acidity in that aioli to balance the sweetness of the roasted garlic and the fattiness of the aioli.
The battle's on, boys. The line has been drawn. The steak is ready. I'm ready to eat. I love this little process. I also love a really quick challenge. 1 minute to go.
Some pepper.
Yeah, you're going to put chopped parsley or something in there? Or
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
I've got some fresh thyme.
Oh, parsley's nice colour. Yeah.
What's this?
Times are rushing, 30 seconds to go.
Reduce.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Woohoo! Well done.
It's over.
Woohoo! First up to the tasting table is actually two sauces, both mushroom. Andy, Mindy.
The mushroom or... mushroom or...
Let's taste.
Let's do that. Who should we taste first?
Let's go Andy, shall we?
Yep.
Andy, what mushrooms did you use?
I use shiitake, I use oyster, and then I use the woodies.
I love it. I love it because there's a great smack of acidity there. It gives you that texture from the cream. It gives you the depth of flavour from the shiitake. In terms of elevating the steak to another level, this sauce does it. I love it. I think it's a great dish.
It's a good sauce, that's for sure. Right.
Mindy, what mushrooms do you use?
I use shiitake, enoki, shimeji, wood ear, and king brown.
When you look at it, it looks really, really creamy. And for something that's roasted like a piece of meat, I want it darker, just so it complements the meat a little bit more. But you know what? There's some really bad mushroom sauces out there, and this is a good one.
It's good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good work.
Next up, Ben. Ben, what's the sauce?
It's red wine and peppercorn sauce.
If you were going to do this sauce well and wanted to make it really meaty and red wine, you needed to get all those elements on that you had on at once at the beginning and cross your fingers that you were going to get it done in time. And there still would have been one of those big question marks of whether or not you could have done it anyway.
Yeah.
But good try. This will taste good.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Julia.
I've made a roasted garlic and truffle aioli.
I'm not happy with that at all. I don't like it. I don't like the flavour. I don't want to go back to it because it's not got something that's punching out at me.
What is the flavour?
You know, well, what is the flavour? I question. It's maybe a reason why my brain said put it to the side. Because I wouldn't go back to it. It's not a good sauce at all.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks, Julia. Next up, Audra. Ooh, very different from what everybody else has done. What's the sauce?
It's a herb vinaigrette.
Lovely. Easy, George.
Easy, Tiger.
Easy. Oh. I'm going to put it over here so you don't eat any more.
This is like meeting a really old friend with a really radical haircut. And you look at them and you go, oh, you're trying to equate what you've seen before with what you're seeing now. You've got all those lovely flavours of herb that remind you of, like, to the chimichurris in Buenos Aires. You've got the freshness of the tomato. You've got a great acid hit. I think that is a match made in heaven.
Oh, yum. Thank you.
Well done.
We've tasted and we've decided the sauces we like from best to worst. And you want to be number one because you get a massive advantage in the next round later on today.
We're going to reveal in reverse order. In 5th place, Julia. In 4th place, Ben. In 3rd place, Mindy. We have a problem because Andy and Audrey, you did 2 brilliant sauces, and we have a bit of a debate about who should be number 1 and who should be number 2.
Andy, I loved your sauce.
Well, Joe, you were my pick.
I agree with both of them. And when it came down to trying to rank one above the other, I just had to go with the sauce that I'd want to rush home and make. It had to be Audra's. Audra, you're in 1st place. Audra, winning today's sauce challenge means that you're in pole position coming to the 2nd and final challenge. But all of you will be cooking with the same core ingredient. You ready to see what it is?
Yep.
Come with me. We've served up some incredible core ingredients in MasterChef.
Oh, no.
But this one is a real jaw dropper.
Oh my God.
In you go, guys.
No, why is it?
Oh my God, what on earth? Oh my
G'day.
Why am I scared?
Oh my God.
Oh, this ain't a cow, it's a bull. It's got horns bigger than my arms. Like, I don't know whether to be amazed or petrified.
It's a cow. It's a real cow.
I'd like you to meet Wayne the Steer and the host of MasterChef UK, John Torode.
Welcome, John.
You sort of got the joke, John Wayne.
That's good.
John's an expat Australian living in the UK, running restaurants there. He's also one of the UK's leading experts in all things bovine.
This is just confronting and intimidating and surprising. I don't even know where to look. Do I look at the cow? Do I look at John?
You guys today are going to be cooking something from this wonderful animal. Well, not Wayne, of course, but from the beautiful bovine.
US food writer Tony Bourdain says your responsibility as a carnivore is to look your dinner in the eyes at least once a year, just to understand your responsibility to what you're cooking.
If this meat is cooked well, it is something truly delicious. cooked badly, it's dry, it's sinewy, and it's pretty average. For you guys, there is a secret here. The mussels that do all the work have all the flavour, but take long, slow cooking. The mussels that do no work are tender, but don't necessarily have the flavour. And just so you all know, the rump is not your bottom. The rump are your love handles, your muffin tops. Andy, you feel those muffin tops, son. There you go, stick your hand on your rump.
Let's not talk about what we're going to do in front of Wayne, because he might be a bit sensitive and he's got horns that long. Let's go back to the MasterChef kitchen.
Wayne, I'll see you later, huh?
Gaze on this bovine jigsaw and realise that today the equation is simple. Cook a top 4 dish and you'll find yourself in the final 4 of MasterChef 2012. You will have 2 hours in which to complete your dish. So choose your cut carefully, if you can.
I would love to cook with either the ribeye or the ribs or the shin or the chuck. I want a cut of meat that takes time to cook because, like John said, the mussels that do all the work have more flavour.
Now, Audra, this is where your advantage comes into play. You won round 1, so you get to pick a cut of beef first. Right, Audra?
I'm gonna go for the short ribs today.
Done. Pick up the short ribs, they're all yours. Andy, you're next. Let's go.
I'm going to take the shins. I think it's going to be easier to cook. I can get a lot more flavour into it, and there's definitely so many different ways that I can cook the shin.
Mindy, you're next.
I'm going to go with a piece of meat that I love to cook with, and it's chuck.
Awesome stuff. Ben.
I'm going with the ribeye, the rib roast.
Wow. Julia?
I really would have liked a cut that needed more cooking, that I could, you know, apply more techniques to. Rump, it'll be lovely when it's grilled, but this is MasterChef. It's not just steak and 2 veg. I need to figure out a different way to cook this rump.
You have 2 hours, you have free reign of the pantry, but on the back of this challenge, one person's going home.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours. Let's cook.
Well, that's us, let's go. Just making it cool. Okay.
Some beautiful cuts of beef, but 2 hours to cook them in. As far as I'm concerned, there's some real dangers. And the dangers would be?
Them not being fast enough out of the blocks.
Butter.
Are they quick enough to get the short ribs, you know, into the pot, cooking immediately and not wasting too much time?
Came over here for a reason. What was it?
Well, I think that today you've got to be innovative, don't you?
I'm going to put it out there. You ever driven into a car park and there's too many spaces to choose from and you never know which one to drive in? Could be their problem right now.
Beautiful. Hello!
Audra, I know nothing about you at all, but I think you may be going somewhere near Southeast Asia.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And your dish is?
I'm doing a red braise beef ribs, but a spice braise, so a bit more Sichuan style. So you've got Shaoxing wine, dark soy, light soy, lots of aromats like ginger, you know, garlic and shallots. You know, I've got the greens in there as well.
Good luck.
Thank you.
At the moment, every challenge you go into, you could potentially go home. So it's you either survive or you die. It's pressurizing, lots of pressure on all of us.
Andy, how you going?
Good, Gaz.
First of all, we want to know what the dish is.
Yeah, I'm going to do a braised shin with the red wine braise.
Yep.
And I'm going to do a couple of quenelles of potato mash on the plate, some fondant turnips and radishes, and some buttered broad beans.
Right, OK. Little quenelles of mash on a plate and whopping great big
Well, they're going to
ossobucos?
They're going to reduce right down, so...
It won't shrink down.
OK.
No way in the world. Because in actual fact, all you're doing is braising it. The amount of liquid that's staying in it will stay in it.
Yeah.
So that piece of meat is going to be exactly the same size when it hits the plate.
Yeah. But that bone marrow on its own, grilled, baked, would be a wonderful little garnish. You know, these little individual sections of meat, braised, tied, would be gorgeous.
Good luck, Andy.
Thank you. After chatting to John and Gary, I'm definitely going to modify my dish. I've reverted to going to these small pieces of beef and then serve that with the fondant potato, so I can jazz it right up.
Julia, you have
Hello.
a look of apprehension upon your face.
I do.
A sense of fear.
Not fear, just knowledge that this isn't really my forte and I don't want to go home today.
Tell me your dish.
The rump with a shallot tart tatin and some glazed carrots. What I'm
Good.
thinking of is taking off this top bit and grilling it and then grabbing this one underneath here, and I wanted to sous vide it so I can put 2 different textures on the plate. But I'm going to push it because I've sous vide before, but not rump, so...
Do you need to do something you've never done before, like got no idea how it's going to turn out, how long it's going to cook, when you know that another piece will grill perfectly?
I like what they're saying.
Okay.
And it's okay to just grill the rump because it is a beautifully tender cut of meat.
Keep the smile on your face, mate.
Mindy?
G'day.
So describe this dish on the plate, in the bowl. How's it going to look? What are the textures in it?
I'm actually going to do a black pepper and Szechuan braised beef. I'm going to have some fresh ingredients on the side, so lettuce cups, a bit of coconut rice.
Is there a Mindy crazy bit?
Yeah, well, I'm going to do some braised down peanuts. So what you do with the peanuts is that you braise down into a bit of a stock, and then you let them reduce down, and then you actually fry them. So they're going to be like a fried peanut.
Sounds nice.
Are you going home today?
I'm not going home. No way. No way. I'm not going home. I'm so determined to be here. This is exactly what I want.
Good stuff.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, we've got 5 very different cuts of meat, and we're pretty sure we're going to get 5 very different dishes. 1.5 hours to go. Ben, we've got this wonderful piece of beef, and it looks like it's been through the mincer. What have you done with that?
I'm not a butcher.
I can see. Well, it depends how you look at it. You are a bit of a butcher. That side's all right. What are you doing with it? Tell us the dish.
I'm going to do pan roasted ribeye.
Yeah.
With an onion ceviche, some parsnip chips and a red wine gravy.
Right. I'm looking at your butchering and going, I can now visualise that pan fried, and it's not looking that good at the moment.
Yep.
And I'm ceviche, and I'm looking at onions cooking in water.
Yep. I'm going to bring them to the boil and then strain them to get rid of some of
Where'd you get that recipe from? You've got to try, if you're going to do a dish like that for me, picture the best bistro in the world and go, that's what I'd expect to come out of the kitchen. And I think if you're going to try and make that ribeye look delicate with, I don't know, a little puddle of ceviche and blah, 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 it's just going to all go wrong.
Yep.
Good luck, Ben.
Thanks, mate. It completely throws me. I don't think they have faith in the dish. So I've got to think of other things, I guess, that I can pair up with this beef.
I need a baker's forearms.
We'd all love to steer you in the right direction, but it seems that you're moving along just fine. 1 hour to go.
Come on, guys, an hour to go.
How's it all going now? Coming together?
Yeah.
This is for your tart tatin?
Yeah, this is the caramel for the tart tatin, so I've got some sherry vinegar almost ready to go into it.
So you're making a big tart tatin?
No, individuals.
Oh, right,
With the shallots.
So you're caramelising those first?
Yes.
OK. Yeah, OK, keep going.
Don't have a clear idea of what I'm going to do. Time's ticking and I need to come up with something that can pair up with this beef.
Clear your bench down, got 1 hour to go, and go for it over the next 55 minutes.
Yep.
Like, tackle it like it's an hour challenge from here on. Just do something, anything, but do it fast.
Yep. Best idea I can come up with is to make a few different things to go with the beef, and when it comes time to plate up, I've got options. So I'll make an onion jam with some red wine, make the potato fondants I was going to make, do some shimeji mushrooms with tarragon, garlic and lemon juice, and some parsnip chips. I'll make a compound butter, and hopefully it all comes together.
I may only be a food writer, but I can tell you what I reckon is going on. 3 good dishes, 2 that are going to put one of them out of the competition.
I'm loving the idea of Audra's ribs. They look delicious.
It's perfect for Audra. Fatty bit of meat, big, bold, kind of Asian flavours. If she pulls it off, that'll be a ripper dish.
What about Andy at the front there? He's got these lovely, nice pieces of the shin and some really wonderful little vegetables. If you can plate that up well, I think it could be absolutely wonderful.
I've got to say, I agree with you. I'm surprised by Andy because he started off, I thought he was a deer lost in the forest. And I mean, now look at the guy. He seems to have focus, you know, he's got his style. You know, maybe we'll have an absolutely brilliant dish for him.
And then you've got Mindy. Mindy's doing what Mindy does. Lots of great little elements, all of which with different textures, different flavours. If she pulls that together, that could be an absolute ripper.
All I know is there's a bowl of peanuts on her board and they taste delicious because I stole one.
Are you saying in front of John that you've been walking along picking things?
That's what we do. That's what we're here.
Look at John and look at us.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Let's look at the 2 dishes that aren't looking that great. And they belong to Julia and Ben. Ben, straight away, what do you think of that?
I don't know how it's going to come together. He's got a piece of steak, he's got some onions, and he's got some potatoes.
Yeah.
And I'm just scared. I'm scared about the finesse, I'm scared about the style.
I think the biggest problem is just lost his confidence, and really, Julia's in the same boat. The one saving grace for Julia is she's got some lovely little tarte tatin in the oven. If they cook, that's wonderful.
My concern with Ben is that Ben doesn't have the plating skills of an Andy. That may send him home.
All that hard work, guys, you've only got 15 minutes left.
I'm just working on the accompaniments of just fine-tuning it, getting some crunch elements into the dish.
My plan is to serve up a feast today. The hero of the dish is going to be the beef braise. And then I'm going to have all these other condiments on the side. Radish and cucumber pickle, some rice, some soft-boiled egg that you can just break open, fresh, coriander, and crispy shallots.
Come on, Andy Pants.
Business end of the challenge, 2 minutes to go.
You got to push, mate. Yep. You got to push. You got 2 minutes left.
Yep. It's a strange feeling when you're pretty sure your journey's about to end. Emotions start to build up and you start to sort of get yourself in a bit of a state, I guess.
In the back of my mind, I am worried a bit about Ben. I'm praying that he gets through.
So this is your sauce?
Yep.
It's very thick.
Yeah.
It's not like chocolate sauce.
I haven't salted it, but it's quite salty.
Yeah, it's really salty.
For me to go home and not have cooked my absolute heart out, I'll sit back and I'll look at this and see, why didn't you try harder? But everything's just so difficult today.
Bring us that perfect beef in 30 seconds.
Come on, guys.
This is it, guys. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Your beef challenge is over.
That was scary.
The task today was to take 5 different cuts of meat and to put up 5 beautiful dishes. What we're looking for are the 4 best dishes to put through to the next round. But that means one person's going home. Andy, you're first up. Bring your dish. Okay, Andy, what did you cook?
Braised shin with mashed potato and vegetables.
First up, I'm super impressed with the presentation. From the dish that you're trying to describe within the first 20 minutes to what I see now is just absolutely brilliant. I love the cornels of mash. The mash is delicious. What's wonderful, and what goes wonderfully with that really rich and intense sauce, are those turnips. They just collapse. Nice and caramelised, nice and sweet. It's a beautiful way to treat such a, a poor vegetable.
Thank you.
I think this is absolutely fantastic. Love the flavours. The meat is mouth-wateringly soft. The mashed potato is smooth and well seasoned. And the bitterness coming from those turnips brings the whole thing together to make it absolutely stunning. Congratulations, mate. I've got to say, you started on the wrong foot, but that is brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely brilliant.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Woo, Andy!
Thank you.
Julia.
To make it through the challenge today was particularly difficult for me. Everything was a struggle and I just didn't have the right attitude. Today, I made rump with some beautiful buttered carrots and a caramelised shallot tart tatin.
Julia, I'm learning to watch your shoulders in this competition. And they're like your barometer. Sometimes they're up and you're like that and you're very proud, and sometimes they're down, and I can then look at you and I can see the look you've got in your face now. What's going on? What's going on?
It's everything. It's been such a long time since I've been home, but I want to stay, and it's all of it in one.
Your husband came.
Yeah.
We talk about it being inspirational, but actually it's really hard because you can deal with not seeing your partner if you don't see your partner.
I was thinking about that actually, and if my little sister had come down, I wouldn't be like this at all because I'm always her protector. But for Justin to come, just reminds me of what's at home.
I've never run a marathon, as you might have gathered. But my friends who've done Hawaiian almonds tell me that the worst time is when you get the bonks and everything starts to collapse on you. You're so tired, you can't go on. And it's at that point that real intestinal fortitude comes into play. And you just head down, you just keep going. Rump steak, beautifully cooked, great crust on the outside. And I get a quite aggressive sharp, but complex gravy. It makes it quite a sophisticated dish that I think some of us will love, but some of us will question.
The one thing I wanted to be perfect was the shallot tatin. And the mistake that you've made there is the shallots aren't sweet enough, which means for me that you haven't cooked them for long enough.
Okay.
And what I want you to do is nail that. You haven't nailed that, that's the shame.
Next up, Ben.
Pan roasted ribeye with onion jam, mushrooms and fondant potatoes.
You've been really sympathetic with that piece of beef, crispy and crunchy on the outside, well seasoned, still soft and juicy on the inside. Your cooking is good, but it has no direction as a dish. But I still think it's got some really good flavours.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You got that in a cafe and you paid, you know, 30 odd bucks for it, you'd be wrapped because there's so much food there. There's just no clarity. There's a lot of stuff, but you don't know which way to turn. Audra, you're next. Audra, what's the dish?
Short ribs braised in a dark master stock.
The rib is so delicious, and if you braise it correctly, it can be like, oh my gosh. And that's what that is in a bowl. Soft meat, that's sweet, that's, you know, a little bit fatty, but yummy, yummy, yummy. The pickles are so cleansing and so refreshing. Audra, you're a star.
Thank you.
Next up, Mindy. What have you cooked?
I've cooked black pepper and Szechuan braised beef and a heap of little accompaniments to go with it. This is how we do it. You've got to get in, get a nice big leaf.
You want some spoons?
Spoons, whatever. Get a bit of rice in there. Get a bit of beef. A few peanuts. I mean, you just have it however you like, and it's about just wrapping it up and having a big old bite.
I love it. And I think you used the chuck really well. You've cooked it really well. It's soft, there's some nice sweetness, there's all those flavours that you expect to find.
It's tasty, but I have an issue, Mindy, I'm sorry to say, because this challenge is about showcasing the beef, and I don't feel that's been showcased. And these guys are going to try and stamp on my foot, but I have to be honest with you.
John, I find your lack of faith disturbing. To quote from your favourite movie, Star Wars. Absolutely love it. Blah, blah, blah. Probably in the final four. Gee, what a relief. I could almost become a master chef.
Thank you, Matt.
Oh, the tension between the judges.
Leave the peanuts.
Yeah, exactly. Good idea.
Peanuts are great. From me, guys, thank you very much indeed. I applaud all of you. Been brilliant, really brilliant.
Well, fantastic parting words, and then we have to return the favour and thank John Torode for taking time out of your busy schedule, your restaurants, MasterChef UK, all the other things you do and coming in. Thank you.
Let's start with the good stuff. Let's start with the dish of the day. There were 3 contenders, but one stood out. Andy, for the 2nd day running, you have the dish of the day. Well done. Today, you gave us a dish that made us think differently about beef shin. You made beef shin noble by surrounding it by that wonderfully rich buttery mash, by those magnificent turnips. Momentum is everything at this stage of the competition, and you, my friend, have got it.
I can't believe those words projected at me. Man, it just shows what I can do when I put my mind to it, and when I listen, and when you guys show me techniques and flavours together, I suppose it proves what it can do.
I think in that tasting it was pretty clear the 2 dishes that were the least impressive. Julia, Ben, they were yours. Ben, you brought us a beautiful bit of meat, well cooked, but your dish lacked clarity, cohesion. It lacked direction. It looked clumsy. Julia, you brought a dish that divided people. That sauce was really aggressive. Those shallots in your tarte tatin weren't sweet enough. However, you showed lots of technique. You also plated your dish with some cohesion. Julia, Ben, it comes down to the dish you cooked today. One of you still has the chance to become Australia's next MasterChef. For the other, your time in the MasterChef kitchen is over.
I'm just praying that Ben's dish was a little better than Julia's, because I don't want my best mate to go home.
I don't want to go home today, because if I can make that finish line, it's my food dream come true. I can go and open my shop.
By the narrowest of margins, Julia, you're safe. Ben, I'm sorry, you're out of the competition. It was really just that your dish didn't have the cohesion we wanted to see. We just, at this stage, needed to see more. We're really sorry to see you go. We've loved having you in this competition. We've loved the food you brought us. We've loved the roller coaster of your emotions through these weeks. We love the fact that we can all see and know that there is a great little Mexican bar where we can pick up a beautiful plate of your tacos. I also think maybe there's a TV series with you and another bloke wandering around Mexico, just somewhere in the cans, which I'd quite like to produce, can I say?
Bendy does Mexico. Great name.
How do you feel?
Give me a minute. I'm not if you can believe it, I'm not actually normally a crier. And I think it's a fair indication of how emotionally involved you become in what this is. You have to leave behind everything you love. Along the way, you meet people and you go through experiences and... Too sweet?
Nah. That it?
I think the best thing for me today is hearing what you just said about him. I'm extremely proud of him. He's come a long way. I think he is the favourite now.
He's not just the best mate, he's a role model. Yeah, he's definitely blown me away with everything that he does, and I can't wait for the next bit of our lives to start.
Well, it's that time. We have to say goodbye, and we thank you so much for everything that you've done. You're an absolute legend.
Thanks, mate.
Ben, it's time to say goodbye.
Say, mate. See you.
Say hello to your family for me.
Looking back on everything I've done in MasterChef, it's a time in my life that I'll never forget and will cherish going forward.
It's good, isn't it?
I have no regrets in this competition at all, and it's so nice to leave knowing that you don't regret anything that happened. I think the biggest thing for me is that I now have confidence to go out and take on something that I thought I'd never be able to do, and that's open up a Mexican restaurant or get involved in cooking for my life.
It feels nice being back in a place where I know exactly what's going to happen to me. I'm not going to be woken up early in the morning by 3 judges and be given some crazy challenge to do.
Well done, mate.
Grown massively throughout the competition, I think, and I know I'm a good cook now, and I can go out and chase those dreams down.
Next time on MasterChef Australia.
We want you to bring us a dish that is worthy of propelling you into the finale.
The final 4 amateur cooks get some inspiration from 4 of the country's greatest chefs.
I'm paired with Mark Best, so I'm looking forward to creating something special.
In their final challenge, they must each create their own signature dish.
I'm testing myself today, and I think that's what this competition's about.
Worthy of a 3-hatted restaurant.
Don't burn it. Yeah, she just hasn't got enough time. It's a problem.
Perhaps I've been too ambitious.
This is their last chance for a place in the grand finale.
If I'm not pushing myself, then I don't think I deserve to be here.
The ideas are here, but the execution isn't.
But this is what you call an unmitigated disaster.